Hey guys, it's me, Lauren Bersaglio. Today I got the opportunity to speak in one of my professor's classes. He teaches human kinetics, and so he asked me if I would speak in one of his intro classes on the topic of eating disorders because it was a subject that they were actually studying this time of the semester. And so he kind of gave me a few questions in advance of what he would ask me. It would be kind of a Q&A setup. And he had some really good questions. And so what I thought I would do is I've written down his questions, and I thought that I would answer those questions in a series of videos. And I'm going to be posting one video every day. And so the whole concept is just kind of like to help you get to know me a little bit better, and then just hearing his questions kind of reminded me some of the things that other people do kind of want to know about eating disorders, especially people who haven't dealt with them before. And so I just thought it might be really helpful to be able to share some answers with you guys on these topics. So yeah, like I said, I'll be posting one a day, and it will just be a question with my answer to it. And I hope that you like them, and I hope that they're helpful. So the first question is, when did you start having problems with eating and with your eating disorder? I first started having problems with body image. I remember it going all the way back to when I was in grade 8. However, it didn't actually develop into an eating disorder until I was 17 years old. It kind of like, what I think happened was, especially girls, a lot of us do struggle with body image, and it's kind of frightening to think about, but it starts at younger and younger ages. I mean, now they say that, when girls are, 8 years old, I mean, for me it was 8th grade, but nowadays girls are 8 years old and they're struggling with body image. And so, yeah, I think that what happens is, I think it's really natural to, sadly, it's normal to have body image issues. However, just because you have body image issues, that doesn't mean that you have an eating disorder. I think that it just can put you at a greater risk for developing an eating disorder. So it's an important thing to kind of be aware of in your friends, be aware of in yourself, be aware of in your children, just to realize that when you start kind of allowing yourself to analyze your own body and have negative thoughts about your own body or your appearance, that is a bit of a red flag, and you are flirting with something that could turn into something quite dangerous. So the second question was, what was it that triggered my initial problems with my eating disorder? And so what triggered, I don't really like to say that there was any certain event or even events. I actually prefer to call them choices. So I say that it was more a series of choices that led to my eating disorder. When I was 17, like I said in the previous question, it started when I was 17, and that year was a very stressful one for me. I had a very hard breakup. I was quite young, and so I took it very seriously. And on top of that, I also had the issue of my best friend. I was basically given 2 days notice, told that she was leaving the country. I would most likely never see her again, and her and her family couldn't tell me why she had to leave. So that was really stressful, and I think that the reason why that kind of triggered the eating disorder, and why I say it was the choices, because it was the choices I made of how to deal with those stresses, and the choices I made of how to deal with that very stressful year. And so I chose to use eating disorder behavior in order to deal with those, and that's where the choice factor comes in. Also, I'm not one to point my finger at the media a lot. I don't like just saying that they're fully to blame. However, what I do realize, and what I have kind of come to realize, is there is a lot of lies out there. The media is kind of filling our mind with that even the fact that there is supposed to be an ideal body image, there really isn't. So I was so young, and I had been fed all these lies about what I was supposed to look like and what size I was supposed to be. And so when I experienced that breakup, I just assumed that the reason he didn't want me was because I didn't live up to these standards that the media was setting. And so that was kind of when I went into this war against my body. However, I actually found out later on my own, and then actually directly from that specific guy, that really that had nothing to do with it. So it was really just something that I had fabricated in my mind, along with the oh so helpful media. So yeah, that's kind of what triggered everything or where everything started.